Everybody wanna be a dealer. Everybody wanna be a killer. Everybody wanna be a pimp. Everybody wanna be what we see, even though we know it ain't them, and we know that ain't true.
Welcome back, family.
Jesus Christ.
For those of you new to the channel, I am Brian the God, and we are the Kingdom. World record domino robot, 100,000 dominoes in 24 hours. What does that mean? Does that mean you're knocking down 100K dominoes into... No, that's kind of dumb, because you could knock 100,000 dominoes down in like 5 minutes. Maybe 10, depending on how they're stacked. Maybe this is stacking. Who can stack the most dominoes in 24 hours? Let's see what we got. But first, go ahead and hit that like button. I really appreciate it. If you're watching this right now, it takes 2 seconds. It took me about 2 hours to make and edit this video and upload it and make the thumbnail. The least you could do is hit that like button. I really appreciate it. All right, now let's get into it.
This is Dom. He's a friendly little robot that's super good at only one thing: setting up a ton of dominoes really, really fast. It's taken 5 years to get to this point.
Oh, I'm gonna make it move sideways.
We have hopes that he might be more than 10 times faster than the fastest human.
So
today we're gonna put him to the test, going head to head against the world's foremost domino expert, who unfortunately is a mere human. Then we're gonna attempt a Guinness World Record, and he's gonna try and fill this entire warehouse with a mural of 100,000 dominoes. And for context, setting up a domino mural that size would take a team of 7 skilled builders 1 full week. Dom here is gonna attempt to do it by himself in 24 hours. Now I know what you're thinking. Big whoop, Mark. Because as a kid, you might have had a toy that looked like this. Or even this custom robot, Kiwiko maybe, that can drop 20 dominoes in a row. So isn't it a bit overkill to utilize an autonomous robot, a half-mile of Hot Wheels tracks, and a high-speed robotic arm? And I get it, because our designs look like this, where we would just try and hack a little Roomba when we first tried to tackle this problem exactly 5 years ago. But then pesky details with scale arise, like for starters, just how much 100,000 dominoes is. So the robot will need to come and reload at least 1,000 times. But how exactly do you reload it? And how would it know exactly where to drop each domino and what color it should be? And how do you make it so reliable that it doesn't screw up once in 100,000 drops of a domino? A system to reliably tackle issues at scales like this is just going to be inherently super complex.
I never really played with dominoes because I'm impatient. I feel like it takes way too long, man. I'm not gonna set up like 200 dominoes and then sneeze and then knock them all down. Like that, no, that's not fun to me. Now, if I can like stack them up and then they stay like that until I'm ready for them to fall, maybe I'll play with them. But I'm not, dominoes was never my thing. I'm just say that right there.
Like 10 times more complex than my automatic bullseye dartboard, which to this point was probably the most complicated build on my channel. So after failing off and on for 3 years, I was doing a Q&A at Maker Faire, and I told the crowd if anyone wanted to help me with the brutal challenge, to hit me up afterwards. And to my absolute delight, 2 freshmen from Stanford and a software engineer from the Bay Area all took me up on the challenge. So I hired them, and 2 years later, here we were.
Now
before I show you how it all works, I first wanted to put him in a head-to-head competition to see how good he really was. And for that, we need the undisputed heavyweight champion on YouTube for all things dominoes.
Me.
Lily Hevesh. Lily, you are known on YouTube as the Queen of Dominoes, right?
People do call me the Domino Queen.
And for very good reason.
How fast
With over 1.2 billion views on her channel, you've almost certainly seen one of her incredible creations over her 12 years on the platform. She's so good, she's even got her own line of dominoes you can buy in stores. Okay, so here's the challenge.
Dominoes,
I want you to set up like 300 dominoes right now, and let's see how long it takes a human to do that.
300 dominoes?
Clock starts now.
Let me tell you something. It would take me...
I gotta do 2 hands.
If you
oh
need
my
me,
gosh. I don't know. It took me like a week.
No,
I'm like, it probably took me like an hour to do.
For you kids at home, a newspaper is like a boring iPad made from trees.
All them dominoes. Do people even still read newspaper anymore?
Oh no!
Yeah, look at you, see? That's what I'm talking about. And
the
then
foibles of being a human.
Nah.
Okay, Lily, are you ready for this? I've seen enough. I actually don't know how to whistle.
And a whistle was that?
This is the Dominator.
Oh my
This ain't
God.
coming out there with the little googly eyes.
I love the eyes.
A good set of googly eyes will go a long ways. Okay, boy, let him down. I suck at dominoes, Lily, but I'm good at engineering, which means I'm actually really good at dominoes. We even showed off. The Dominator double stacked the middle row for you.
That is impressive. That is seriously impressive.
This technique of laying down a tile of 300 dominoes at once was really the key that helped us crack the scale and reliability issues. And it's probably my favorite part about the Dominator. Besides his wiggly tail, of course. Here's Josh to explain more.
So we have these 3D printed funnels here, which allows us to drop all 300 dominoes all at once.
And the mechanism that drops those into the top of this tray, we'll show that in just a second.
And if we remove these funnels here, we can see that the dominoes are precisely placed in their locations. This allows us to place 300 dominoes exactly where we want them.
He got a big old head,
and they don't
boy.
fall
You know
out
he's
because
smart.
of what we call the Connect 4 mechanism under here. But if we trigger the servo, then it slides that Connect 4 tray over and drops them all at once, making for some gratuitous, beautiful slow-mo shots.
Oh, that's smart, man. That's pretty dope.
And so while this looks really cool, obviously dropping from that height wouldn't be effective. So we lower the whole platform down on this ball screw, then set them right on the floor, which turned out to be incredibly reliable. So Dom took the W in round 1, but now it's time for the endurance round. Okay, first one to 10,000 dominoes wins. Lily, you ready?
I'm ready.
10,000.
Dominator, you ready? Start.
Let me tell you something. I have a birthday. It'd be like changing seasons and everything.
Oh my god.
10,000
wow.
dominoes.
I already failed.
That's great.
She's sitting Indian style trying to stack up these dominoes.
And to Lily's credit, she was actually insanely fast. Just not, you know, robot fast.
So unfair. So unfair.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, she had to handle a very large distraction with the emotional maturity of a 9-year-old. Yep, I think I'm doing pretty good.
I mean, she's still going pretty fast though, like compared to a robot.
You're doing very good
Oh,
for
never
a
mind.
human. I'll give you that.
Never mind.
Oh no! 9,000 perfectly laid dominoes in a little over 2 hours. Actually, 9,001. We got a bonus domino out there in the middle of this field. May or may not have been on purpose, but now we can say it's actually over 9,000. It was a pretty clear result, and Lily, of course, was gracious in her defeat.
Dang, Lily,
to
go
the
home.
machine
You gotta
overlords.
go.
So all that was left to do now was to knock him down.
Knock him down.
Yes, that was satisfying. So we went head-to-head with the world's foremost domino expert and came out on top. And now it's time for the real challenge, to attempt a Guinness World Record and see how quickly we can fill this entire room with a mural of over 100,000 dominoes. All right.
Yeah, this is gonna take forever, man. You got a nice little montage, but it's taking them forever. So the robot knows which one to, where to drop it in. So you gotta use two. Okay, so you gotta use two
So we're about
robots.
6 hours in, but more importantly, we just got our first Goomba.
Oh,
This
wow.
is beautiful.
I knocked that down
Back
right
to
now.
work, Dom. And with that tile placed, we are officially halfway done with over 50,000 dominoes put down in just a little bit over 12 hours.
I think it's
and
perfect,
Dom,
man.
Whoa, easy boy. Just showing no signs of slowing down. So this is a good point to explain the rest of the robotic system. It all starts over here with the loading station that Josh and John Luke spent a lot of time optimizing. The dominoes are loaded by color on these conveyor belts, and then a KUKA robot arm grabs them and places them in one of 300 loading chutes made from 2.7 miles worth of Hot Wheel tracks. And you could load Dom directly with the robot arm, but this is much faster because he doesn't have to wait. He just comes in here to the docking station, and the lower
just drops it
platform
in there,
slides
huh?
over, so the bottom layer of 300 dominoes gets loaded up all at once. And we also had a backup loading system using a tray, just in case at any point the robot arm wasn't working. Besides the Hot Wheels tracks, there's a ton of 3D printed parts throughout the build that we either printed ourselves, or if we were in a pinch, my friends at MatterHackers helped us out. So that's the loader. Now how about the Dominator himself? how does Dom know exactly where to go in the room to drop a domino?
So we've pre-programmed the route for all 102,000 dominoes, so the robot knows exactly where to go right from the start. Then, as we're driving around, we use these indoor GPS sensors to track the position of the robot so it knows roughly where it is. And then as we get closer to the place the dominoes need to drop, we use these IR cameras that are tracking markers on the ground.
They got cameras too?
Perfectly every single time.
So the vision from the beginning is that we could set Dom up, we could turn off the lights and leave, and come back the next morning and you've got like a full field of dominoes set up.
You can work all night in the dark just fine.
All right, now how about these super cool wheels?
So these are called Omni wheels, and they're awesome because they let you translate it any direction you want. So this is way better than like your car, where if you need to move a little bit to the left or right, you have to make like a 5-point turn. So with these guys, you can move any direction you want to adjust for small
Elon Musk, get on it. Get on it, we need them wheels.
ClearPath brushless DC servo motor. These are like the gold standard in terms of speed and accuracy, and they allow us to slide the robot around by even just a couple millimeters at a time, which is super useful when we're trying to make real fine adjustments for placing the dominoes down.
Now obviously that's just the uppermost tip of the iceberg tip, but Dom's brain is over 14,000 lines of code, all from scratch. So if you want to go way deeper into the technical details, I'll put a link in the video description where Alex put it all on the spot. Now back to finishing the second half.
Yo, turn me up, every time.
Everybody wanna be a dealer, everybody wanna be a killer, everybody wanna be a pimp, everybody wanna be what we see, even though we know it ain't them, and we know that ain't you.
It's me, Mario.
Get out of here, man. It ain't Mario.
102,300 dominoes are on the floor successfully. This is the last 300. I think this is a moment. You guys get the heck over here. Josh and Alex, let's observe it. Don't blow this, Dom. You got it, buddy. Finish strong.
We'll let the whole thing just blow up. I'm not gonna lie, man, that's impressive.
Just over 24 hours to lay all the dominoes. Gentlemen.
Slap hands.
3, 2, 1, go.
Look at that. It's kind of satisfying. Go! Is one still up? Is one row still up? It looks like it.
And in the end, Dom was 50 times faster than a skilled domino builder, and he got himself a world record to show for it. Although to be fair to us organisms, it was in the non-human category. And at that point, after 5 years, we were just so relieved to be done, we got a little carried away celebrating the champ with an appropriate send-off.
All that time to make a robot to stack some dominoes. You could have just laid the dominoes down yourself. I mean, I know that defeats the purpose, but why would you take all that time? You could have been building other stuff, making money or something, solving world hunger, but you, to drop dominoes, that's what you get? You build a robot to drop dominoes out of everything you can do. That's what you spend your time on. That's what you spend some years on. Alright, whatever. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you have something you want me to watch, want me to react to, just send it to me. Send it my way. Just send it my way. Okay? And that's how we'll do it. I'll see you on another one.
Yeah. Public transportation, only time y'all bust back. You renting the car that you driving, you pay for the girl that's inside it. You say that's your main, but we all know you lying. Hold up, your main, we all know you lying. Can't keep up, keep trying, I'm trying.